crazy.
That's right.
I'll never betray you.
Yeah, okay.
I love you, baby.
Come on.
I love you, baby.
No, you don't.
You drive me crazy.
This is the last altercation I've been on the street. I see honey at the club every week and I speak. I'ma rock that ass to sleep before I strike. I ain't know the real deal until last night.
All right, everybody. This song makes a lot of sense right now. Hello, and thank you for stopping by once again to the Rideshare Network. Okay, now, today's topic is, I am back with Uber. I've been back now for quite a few weeks. Okay, I've been back for quite a few weeks. Basically what's happened is, somebody that I was trying to rent a room from in Killingly Village, which is like a gated community area. I guess I was also dating this person, kind of, you could sort of say. And, it's an overcrowded community. A lot of people live there. And I had Ubered this one gentleman there once who actually lives 2-3 houses. I'm sorry, not houses. 2-3 apartments down from her, from where she lives. And to remind you, this is a project, a lot of ignorance, a lot of gossiping, thin walls, everybody nosy and everything, right? So here I am, I was dating this girl for a couple of weeks, whatever. Plus I was going to rent a room there in her spot. So it happens that, me and her had a falling out, whatever, it didn't work out. So they conspired between her and this one gentleman that I dropped off that lives 3 houses down. Obviously I Ubered him. So since I Ubered him, and he kept harassing me for some items that is like, that I don't do. Obviously, he was asking me for like weed and shit. I don't do none of that shit, or sell it. So he kept harassing me over it, and I kept avoiding him over it. So they conspired between him and that girl. They conspired, and since I did Uber him, it was in the system that I went to that gated community. So she had, I guess, a picture of my plate, and it was given to Uber, and that's how the false report started, which had me on suspension for 2 weeks. That's what it was about. It wasn't even about a rider that I had during a trip. It wasn't even nothing like that. It was something out of the community standards, and a prior rider that happened to live there that transpired, and obviously, try to scheme on me along with the girl. He did it maybe because she gave him some ass, whatever the fucking sick case is. So this summer's been crazy. I've been working more than what I've been dating, to be honest. So yeah, that was a wake-up call. Never again. They claimed that I went to the gated community complex area and that I started knocking on everyone's door looking for her, and this big false written screenplay about what I did, which was obviously all false. I never did any of that. I don't think about doing crazy shit like that. So yeah, claiming I was knocking on doors, screaming her name out, calling people out. Cops weren't even involved, so I was thinking to myself, what the hell is going on here? There must be some really false accusation towards me. And obviously she had a picture of my plate, which she must have took during the dating process. I guess for like future, revenge or future being vindictive responses towards me. So that's what it was about. Thank God it took one grateful customer service rep who actually told me. He was not supposed to tell me, but he told me anyway. Told me, were you dating anybody or you had a problem with anybody within your community? I said, not really. There was just this one girl who we weren't working out, and she was gonna have me move into this room that obviously was not gonna work out at all. So that's how that transpired. That was the last thing on my mind. So once this customer service rep did tell me, they were not supposed to, but they told me anyway. Once in a while, you just gotta keep harassing them, guys. Eventually, if you want to know something, it's only right that we do know, and we do have knowledge of false reports. You know, it's only right that we do know. We don't want to be scratching our heads about what the hell's going on. We don't want that. So it was something out of community standards. I wasn't even working at that time, which had me completely thrown off the page. But I should have guessed it. You know, I didn't want to be with this person, so they were vindictive towards me. It can happen to anybody. So please, if you have an Uber decal, what they'll use your decal and your plate number, and they'll make some shit up about you. They'll call customer service, and they'll make some shit up about you. Only if there was a rider involved and you happen to have dropped somebody off within that community. That's how they can get you. So be careful, guys. Be careful, my fellow partners, for that. And but even if you don't have a rider in that community, my question is, can somebody still be vindictive? Take a picture of your plate, okay? Knowing you work for Uber because of your decal in the front, and make a false report on you just because they're haters, or they're vindictive, or they're grimy, or they're just completely ratchet that way. Unless they got a PhD, player hating degree, just like the song says. So it's basically like that. I love you, baby. No, you don't. You drive me crazy. Well, you drove me crazy because I fucking thought I lost my job. And it fucked me up. Check out my other videos. I was assuming there's other riders, because sometimes riders could be an issue too. But it wasn't even close to a rider. Well, it was, but a 2-week prior rider back before this actually happened. And he conspired with her for this scandal to go down. He transpired against it. Yeah. So I was compromised. It's fucked up, yeah. And it finally took 2 weeks for a corporate Uber worker to call me and finally say, Christopher, what happened? Who told you? And first thing he told me was, because I was airing it out, that I found out now what it was through their messages, because the only way I could get through corporate is through the message on the app. So I text. I was like, I know what's going on now. Can you please try to get back to me as soon as possible? For sure enough, they did. And they told me exactly what happened. And then he was questioning me too. Who told you that? Obviously, I was not going to blow up the rep, because he was nice enough to tell me. Because I had called so many times throughout those 2 weeks. One rep was nice enough to tell me, hey, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but do you have a girlfriend in the area, in the community, that maybe you guys broke up with, or, you have problems with? I said, yes, I do actually. And it all dawned on me. So, there goes my dating out the window for the summer. I said to myself, I'm just going to work all summer. And I promised myself that. And even in groups, people were telling me, be careful who you mess with. And I got a lot of good advice from that West Coast group, and I thank them for it. It's Dylan's group, by the way, the Rideshare Hubs Facebook group. Okay? Please join that link as well. Okay, guys, so yeah, there you have it. I'm back on. I've been back on, but not fully. I've been doing DoorDash. I've been doing Veo, because Uber got me on some paranoid shit now. They kind of fucked me up in a way. They fucked me up. So I'm only working with them like on weekends. I want to show them that I don't need to rely on them. That's messed up. They had me on a 2-week hold. It's horrible. And it was over that. Something that could have been addressed within the 48-hour threshold. But it wasn't even like that. So I kind of feel iffy about them now. They kind of fucked my head up. Should I work with them? Should I not work with them? You know, it's a mental thing right now with them. And yeah, they kind of did me wrong. I mean, they do take care of me, but they did me wrong. Therefore, I don't go on as much like how I used to. But now with this Uber Pro thing, you know, which obviously I'm a gold member now as well. So if I'm getting all these good advantages, why they still put me to go through that, you know? Now they kind of like literally fucked with my head. Now I'm like scared to go online once in a while. It took me 2 weeks, even after they approved me back on the platform. Still took me 2 weeks to even start working with them again because I just wasn't sure. They shitted on me for 2 weeks, so I shitted back on them. You know, it is what it is. Plus, they fucked with my head, man. They really fucked with my head. I don't know if I should keep 2 decals in the back of my car, one in the front, one in the back. Now I'm paranoid about crazy shit like that. People making false reports. You know, there's a lot of crazy drivers out there, you know, and of course there's riders as well. So, you know, I might be labeled in that over another false report, and I'm really trying to avoid that. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by. Please press that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. Please do. And I will leave you with that note. 1.